Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're literally going to transform how you handle your postal administration. We'll be following a real-world example of a guy named David who needed to configure the USPS Business Customer Gateway from the ground up for his family office. If you've ever felt like back-end postal logistics is just this giant, confusing maze, well, David's operational path is going to show you exactly how to cut straight through that complexity. We've got a fantastic roadmap for today. We'll start with a welcome to the gateway, move into CRIDs and administrator roles, break down the enterprise payment system, compare trust versus ECH funding, look at organizing with account nicknames, and wrap up by centralizing mailboxes with ePOBAL. All right, Section 1, welcome to the gateway. Let's start right at the front door of your new digital headquarters. So, are you tired of juggling multiple postal permits, totally decentralized accounts, and just scattered payments? Before he made the switch, David was dealing with exactly this. He was managing operations for a family office with multiple different entities and employer identification numbers. It was a completely fragmented financial picture. Honestly, manual tracking in that kind of environment can feel like battling a total bureaucratic monster, right? Well, the ultimate solution here is the Business Customer Gateway, or the BCG. Think of it as a highly secure portal that provides a single point of entry for a bunch of USPS online business services, all using just one username and password. Instead of jumping between disjointed systems or constantly driving to physical post offices, the BCG acts as your one unified hub. Setting up your own account is completely secure, and here's what's absolutely fantastic about this setup. Every single employee can create their own account. Then you, acting at the administrative level, can easily grant or restrict their access exactly as needed. It keeps all your sensitive data locked down, while totally democratizing the day-to-day operational workload for your team. Once you're inside, navigation is incredibly straightforward. If you look along the top menu, you navigate right to the Manage Services dropdown. This lets you see exactly what tools are actually at your disposal. It's just a super clean, highly visual way to audit your entire operational toolkit in seconds. Okay, moving right along to Section 2, CRIDs and administrator roles. Before we get into the weeds of payments, we really need to translate some of this foundational alphabet soup. The absolutely crucial starting point is your Customer Registration ID, or CRID. This is a USPS-generated numeric code, up to 15 digits, that uniquely identifies a business at a specific location. Think of it as your geographic anchor. For David's family office, his very first major operational step was establishing a primary CRID at the main post office. This simple, strategic move ensured that all of his subsequent permits, electronic documentation, and full service benefits were cleanly linked to one master location. Next up, we have the Business Service Administrator, or BSA. Basically, the BSA is the very first person to sign up for a BCG account or service for your business. They act as the primary gatekeeper. But, operations scale up, right? So the BSA, just like David did, can designate a BSA delegate. This delegate can act entirely on behalf of the BSA to approve or revoke user access. So you have absolutely no single point of failure in your administrative workflow. Section 3, the Enterprise Payment System. With your identity and roles totally locked in, let's move to the real game changer here, managing the actual money. The Enterprise Payment System, or EPS, is a state-of-the-art upgrade. It centralizes all your balance and account management. For a family office, this is huge. This is exactly where David strategically segmented his financial records. He actually opened separate EPS accounts for each individual employer identification number, or EIN, while still paying for all commercial, domestic, and international products from one central dashboard. It literally eliminates the need to maintain multiple permit accounts at a bunch of different post offices. So how do you actually get to this powerhouse? It takes just 3 simple clicks. Step 1, log into the BCOG. Step 2, go to Additional Services in that top navigation bar. And Step 3, scroll down to Enterprise Payment System and click Go to Service. Boom. If you're the BSA or a delegate, you can immediately start creating your new EPS account right then and there. Which brings us to Section 4, Funding, Trust versus ACH. Because once you've created that new EPS account, you've got a big decision to make. How exactly do you want to fund it? When setting up your EPS account, you're going to be presented with 2 distinct payment architectures to process your charges. You basically have to choose between a trust account or an ACH debit. Let's break these 2 options down. An ACH debit is exactly what it sounds like. You designate a debit-enabled bank account for automated charges. It simply pulls the funds. But a trust account? That is uniquely powerful.
You can deposit funds via EFT, like a FedWire or ACH credit, or through a retail deposit. That means a check, money order, or cash at literally any post office. David specifically went the trust account route because it allows for those immediate retail deposits. By walking right into the post office and handing over a check, he completely bypassed standard ACH processing delays. He had immediate availability of funds for critical mailings. A total lifesaver.
Let's look at Section 5, organizing with account nicknames. Because when you are juggling multiple entities or payment methods, organization is just absolutely key. To manage his multiple EINs seamlessly without going crazy, David used a brilliant organizational tool built right into the platform. You can assign a nickname to your EPS account via the account management page to easily identify it later. He used specific fiduciary nicknames for total clarity. When he downloaded his consolidated EPS reports, those exact fiduciary nicknames displayed right there on the document. It ensured complete transparency and honestly saved his accounting team hours and hours of tedious reconciliation work. And finally, Section 6, centralizing mailboxes with ePostal. This is a specialized EPS tool that is an absolute must-have if you handle a lot of mail receivers. So ePostal, it stands for Enterprise Post Office Boxes Online. It provides a centrally managed, highly secure solution for opening, closing, and paying for boxes right via the enterprise system. Instead of tracking a mountain of caper notices, ePostal gives you a secure, online interface to handle standard and caller service boxes all in one place. It is an absolute game changer when you're managing boxes for different family members, trusts, or departments. The modernized feature set here is just a massive time saver. You can link single or multiple PO boxes, you can manage caller and reserve services, you get an online view of all your transaction history, reports, you can even align payment due dates so you aren't paying one box in March and another in July, right? Plus, there are auto-renewal capabilities so you literally never miss a critical payment. And if you're close to a deadline, a simple Pay Now feature lets you instantly clear the balance. By establishing that primary CRID at the main post office, segmenting those EINs within the EPS, using fiduciary nicknames, and leveraging ePostal, David completely transformed his family office's postal workflow from a scattered mess into a highly streamlined, centralized engine. So the question is, are you ready to eliminate the bureaucratic friction and take total control of your operations today? The tools are literally right there waiting for you. Get in there, set up your anchor, and revolutionize your workflow.